Can you tell me how your parents met?
As I mentioned before, my dad was in Palm Springs training soldiers to go overseas. And he'd been given an extended leave, and he went back to New York City to visit his family, most of whom were there. And he attended a large party, and he met my mother, and it was love at first sight and very romantic from all I heard from both of them over the years. And when he went back, they corresponded daily, and it turned from romantic correspondence to wedding planning correspondence. And when he returned, they got married.
I was born on September the 29th, 1910.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a long time ago on it.
I had been in relationships before, and I think whenever you're with someone, at least with me, like I very quickly think, oh, this is love. This is what it is. This wants to stay, and I'm good, and I don't have to look anymore. But in my past relationships, it was always like a compromise. It was never totally right. But I was like, oh, maybe this is what relationships are about. But with Bryce, there was none of that.
So you put aside some of the things that maybe you didn't want to do, but you'll do it for love of the person. Mm-hmm. And I think that was a big part of it. He could make me laugh. I could be ready for tears, and he could tell me something, and I would laugh. And it really I think it kept us young. We didn't let life get to us. We kind of maybe fought against it a little bit.
Sense of humor?
Yes. Oh, that's definite, yeah.
You have to learn to make funny faces.
That's a good lesson right there.
Yeah. Even when the children we'd take the children on trips, and they'd say, should we all funny face like Dad? And I said, go ahead, and they all would try it. Nobody did as good as he did.
So we went to France on my 50th birthday, and I went to Monet's garden. And it was magnificent, and I saw his paintings, and I was totally inspired, and I want to be a French impressionist. Now, I'm not French, I'm Spanish and Italian, but I think I'm going to be a French impressionist. So when I was 50, I started painting.
And then we were sent overseas. We were sent to New York. We boarded, after a couple of days there, the Ile-de-France, which is a famous passenger ship. There were 10,000 of us on board. There was Air Force, there was Army, there was a USO troop, there were some Army nurses, there were some civilian employees. We slept in a stateroom. We were officers yeah. I don't know what the enlisted man had. Yeah, I was glad I was an officer. 19 years old, I was an officer in the service of the United States of America.